Hello, lecturers and friends. We are from Group 1, Design and Organizational Behavior Class Q. We are going to present our final project about the case of diversity in KMK Santo Ignatius Loyola ITS. Here is our group member. We have Hanina, Putri, me, Enrico, Arsyta, and Dipa.
Yeah, Chapter 1 Introduction. Background. An organization is a place that is formed by a group of people who have the same goals, vision, and mission to do something good. Most of the organizations that we know have differences in each member or individual who is part of the organization. This difference is what we call diversity. Diversity itself is often the root of lots of problems, both between internal and external parties in the organization. There are many types of organization diversity, such as differences in social background, culture, age, origin, religion, and many more. In almost every kind of organization, there have been many problems. Some of them are serious enough to have a negative impact on the organization involved. However, we cannot forget the fact that this diversity can also bring positive things, and if all members can respect all of the diversity that exists. On the other hand, the role of management that is applied in the organization is the main tool in shaping an organizational environment that is conducive and ethical in understanding and diversity in an organization. Therefore, this paper was created to analyze deeply the existence of diversity, its impact, and how to overcome this in a religious organization, which is KMK ITS. These are the research questions. The first one, how was the diversity at KMK Ignatius Loyola ITS? Number two, how to unify the diversity that exists? Number three, what are the impact of the diversity related to all activities? Number four, how is the current cabinet going to cope with the increasing diversity of new scholars during the online period? These are the research purposes. Knowing the diversity that exists. Number two, knowing how to unify the diversity that exists. Number three, knowing the impact of the diversity related to all activities. Number four, know how the current cabinet is coping with the increasing diversity of new scholar during the online period.
The next one is about the history of KMK ITS. So, KMK or Keluarga Mahasiswa Katolik is one of the TPKN ITS which was established in 1995. And it was found by a group of ITS Catholic students who need a place to continue and explore and also to deepen their spiritual side into the form of spiritual service, namely in this KMK ITS. So there is a sentence which says in bahasa that iman tanpa perbuatan adalah sia-sia. So because of that, KMK is held as a form of service action or action to cultivate the spiritual of the students, or it means the scholar in ITS, and KMK specialized in catering all the members for all departments in ITS. And KMK ITS itself is bears the name of venerated Catholic saint. It's called Saint Ignatius Loyola. Next is about the division. So KMK is an organization that led by the leader, namely Steve Armando, on now current cabinet. And there are 6 division or department in this period cabinet. The first one is called PBH. They perform all sorts of leading, controlling, planning, and organization to the staff. Next division is internal department. They create a suitable environment for all the members in KMK ITS so they can feel comfortable being in it. And the next one is about the external division. They maintain good relation with external stakeholders to generate mutual benefits. Next is KWU. They look for ways to generate funds for KMK activity. And Kominfo, they share information regarding to KMK to all of the members of KMK ITS. And the last division is PSDM. They give trainings and share the spiritual value to all of the members of KMK ITS. Okay, next logo description of KMK ITS itself. The wheels, or it's called roda bergerigi in bahasa. It means the engineering, hard work, and also it is ITS identity. The cross or salib means the Catholic identity, Catholic spirits, and as the foundation of the life for the KMK ITS. And the next is light or cahaya in bahasa. They presence of Jesus Christ or light that comes from Christ himself. And the last one is the ribbon. It's a place to the writing container of Saint Ignatius Real. Okay, next is the vision and the mission of KMK ITS. The vision is making KMK Saint Ignatius Loyola ITS as a home for its residents and maintains a close relation with external part of KMK Saint Ignatius Loyola ITS. And there are four mission. The first one is providing a place for self-development for all of the member, maintain good relation with internal stakeholder, implement a structured organizational management system in the management of KMK Saint Ignatius Loyola ITS, and also maintain good relation with external stakeholder of KMK ITS.
And then chapter 2, literature review, definition of organization and diversity. First one is organization. Organization is consciously coordinate social unit with creativity, identifiable boundary which work on a relatively continuous basis on achieve a common goals or a group of goals. And diversity is a condition in society where there are many different in various fields. Diversity is a process regarding the recognition of difference through action. And then level of diversity. First one is surface level diversity, include sex, race, ethnic, age, or disability. And then deep level diversity, value, characteristic, and work preference. Source of diversity. The first one is primary category, age, race, ethnic, gender, quality and physical ability, sexual orientation. And then the next second category, education, income, religion, geography, behavior, and others. And then advantage of diversity. The first one is cost, and then manage resource, marketing, creativity, problem solving, and the last, organization flexibility. There are three new paradigm for dealing with diversity. The first one is the discrimination and fairness paradigm. And the organization ignore the difference of each individual so as to provide equal opportunity for each individual. And then next is the access and legitimacy paradigm. Respect each individual difference and then associating individual characteristic with other individual character, and then don't understand the capability and way of integration in the organization. And the last is the learning and affective paradigm. Is provide equal opportunity for each individual, believe in difference, but learn and grow from them. And the last is relate diversity to company approach. And the next.
Okay, the next is chapter 3, methodology. There is a research flow chart for our research. First one is preparation, then forming research question and purpose, then forming data collecting method, data processing, data analysis, conclusion, and finish. Okay, for the first method is interview. That is, we interview with head of KMK ITS, Steve Armando, staff of PSDM Department of KMK ITS, all member of internal department of KMK ITS. And for the draft question is, first, how was the diversity at KMK St. Ignatius Loyola ITS? 2, how to unify the diversity? 3, what are the impacts of the diversity related to all activities? And the last, how is the current cabinet going to cope with the increasing diversity of new scholars during the online period? Okay, the last method is observation. We do the observation with two of our group members, Putri Adiyuwono and Enrico, are members of KMK ITS. We conduct an observation for a month, March until April, to better understand the diversity in KMK ITS. Next.
Okay, for chapter 4, we have discussion. So here are the differences in KMK itself. So the first differences, we have the difference in age. This means that members of KMK have some differences in age because the member of KMK consists of year 1, year 2, year 4, and year 4 students. But other than that, they also sometimes invite the alumni to also join them in their activities. So there are a pretty huge gap of age, especially for the year 1 student and the alumni. And the second difference is majors or department. So because KMK is institutional size of organization, so it contains every department in ITS. So there are approximately 20 or more departments in KMK ITS. And the third one is place of birth. Of course, the members of KMK consist of people from around Indonesia. So there are obviously going to be a pretty huge difference between members from different places of birth. And the last one is race. Even though KMK ITS, every member in KMK have the same religion, which is Catholic, but they still come from different race. So it can be categorized as a difference. And the second one is how did KMK unite their members? So there are a couple of ways that KMK has done to unite their members. The first one is through events. So KMK itself has held a lot of events before, such as ITS KMK Food, KMK Graduation, ITS KMK Easter, 3C, which is Catholic Community Cup, ITS KMK Welcome Party, and also Spiritual Camp. Other than that, they also have clubs, which is Pia Vocalista and also KMK Sports, to facilitate their members that have the same interest towards some subject. And the last one is through activities. So KMK also have a lot of activities that the members can do together in their spare time usually, so that they can communicate better, which are joint eventual prayer, KMK Friday, sharing session, and many more. Okay, so here is the impacts of these diversities that are available or that are currently apparent in KMK. So the positive impact is the members can broaden their relationship because when we join an organization with such a wide range of people and many different people, we can expand our relationship. Not only we can make friends maybe only with people in Surabaya, but we can also make friends with people from other cities or maybe from other places also. And we can share knowledge and stories from many sources. And also we can present many ideas from different perspectives. This means that because the member come from a lot of different departments, so they can give their insights regarding some subject from their own perspective. But even though this diversity give a lot of positive impact, it also gives some negative, which are the first, it is difficult to unite every members because it is very wide. So sometimes some members are not going to feel comfortable with it. And the second one, it will create outsiders. Outsiders in this case means that members that do not have a lot of people in common, so that they feel that they are not really bonding well with other people from other department or maybe other year.
Okay, for answering the last research questions. So what has current cabinet? It's called Virendra cabinet has done. The first one is create many events for member. As Enrico said before, there are many events to unite the diversity in KMK. Especially for new scholar, the current cabinet has special event for them. The program is called Mentoring KMK ITS. It is run and handled by PSDM department or PSDM division. So all of the new scholar in ITS is divided into several groups that consists of 4 until 5 scholars that from different department in ITS. And each group will have one mentor from the KMK senior, and the mentor will teach about the Catholic spirits and also has a sharing session time. And the second method is welcome new member with warm. It means there are one event. It's called Welcome Party KMK ITS, but this event is run and handled by internal department or internal division. To it consists of introduction of KMK ITS and playing time. And the last one is constant communication. For example, like maybe almost every day, we as the current cabinet will open like a Zoom meeting or Google Meet meeting, and we invite all of the member to join and come up and have a sharing session with us.
Okay, this is the last chapter of our research, conclusion, and suggestion. Okay, this is the conclusion. Based on the discussion, the diversity that exists in KMK ITS include in both levels of diversity. The first is surface level diversity. At this level, there is a diversity of age, gender, ethnicity, and ethnicity in the KMK ITS. Then in deep level diversity, there are differences in the perspective mindset of the members of KMK ITS. The existence of these differences cause positive and negative impacts. The positive impact is increasing relationship and adding close friends so that each member can share experience, ideas, and stories. And then for the negative impact is that there are obstacles when determining the schedule to meet both offline and online. Even everyone is different, which greatly affects the time needed for deliberation. If too many exclusive circles are formed, some people who are not part of one of them will feel uncomfortable, feel unwelcome, and finally leave KMK. KMK ITS has several programs that works program and agenda to unite the many diversity within KMK ITS, such as holding ITS KMK Food, KMK Graduation, ITS KMK Easter, Triple C, ITS KMK Welcome Party, and Spiritual Camp, and many more. Next. Okay, this is a suggestion for our research. Diversity is something that must exist in an environment because many people are gathered into one, because in essence humans are created different from one another. Fortunately, in Indonesia, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika have a meaning berbeda-beda tetapi tetap satu jua. This also happened at KMK ITS. The differences in the organization were very influential in the running of organization, starting from the diversity of age, gender, ethnicity, and culture. KMK ITS members must be able to respect each other because those involved in the organization are not only from Surabaya, not only 20 years old, and not only women or men. In addition, everyone has a way of has a way of thinking that is certainly different from the others. Listening and respecting opinions are the key to successful communication, because the thing that is most worth about diversity is dispute due to differences of opinion because they do not respect each other. In addition, to minimize unwanted things such as unfairness, a leader in the organization must be objective. This is because everyone can think differently and have a different point of view as well. It's a good thing to hear every suggestion given by members, because certainly is in KMK ITS there is not only one thought. Of course, there will be many thoughts that are owned by everyone, and a leader can also overcome diversity by respecting everyone in the organization. Next, as the last one is obstacle encountered. First is due to the limited time, the information obtained is less than optimal. Then there are limitations to meet offline to dig deeper information. And the last, the difference in free time is something that is a little annoying in digging for information.
Okay, that's all end of our presentation. Thanks for your attention, and sorry if we make some of mistakes. Thank you.